Hello, can everyone hear me? Welcome to the lesson today on adverbs of degree and shades of meaning. My name is Sam and I am going to be teaching this lesson today. I hope you are all well. Thank you very much for joining. It's very nice to have you all here. For those of you who are new today, the lessons here are primarily to help you practice your English and to ask any questions you may have in regards to vocabulary and grammar. So hello, it's lovely to have you all here again. So today we're going to be talking about more grammar topics. Okay, really important to know vocabulary and grammar. It's very difficult to speak and have a conversation if you're lacking in either vocabulary or grammar. So, in previous lessons, we've primarily talked about different vocabulary relating to business, more personal vocabulary. So today we're going to focus more on grammar to help you construct your sentences more clearly in English. Hello, everyone. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for your participation today. So let's get started. So I would quickly like to ask you all, what do you think an adverb is in English? What do you think an adverb is? So in previous lessons, we've talked a lot about adjectives. So adjectives are words we use to describe nouns. For example, beautiful is an adjective. I could say the Eiffel Tower is beautiful. I could also say small. My Paris apartment is very small. Okay, so when I ask what is an adverb, what do you think it could mean? How do we use an adverb? So before we start talking in depth and start talking about the different adverbs, I would like to help you all understand what an adverb is before we go further. So let's have a look at some suggestions. Thank you very much for your contributions as normal. So Elodie has written here, an adverb can precise a frequency. Another way you could write this sentence, Elodie, is saying an adverb can help explain a frequency. Fantastic. For example, here we're talking about an adverb of frequency. So if I write this down in the chat, an adverb of frequency, an example of this could be sometimes. Okay, I sometimes go for a run in Paris. Okay, it means maybe 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week. Another adverb of frequency is always. I always like to help out students on the YouTube lives. Okay, so that's something I do all the time. Thank you very much for that, Elodie. That's a very good starting point for adverbs. And I see Veronique's answer. She has explained that an adverb describes or gives more information about a particular verb. So that's fantastic. It helps give meaning and additional information to specific verbs. So the most common form of adverb ends in ly. An example of this is hardly. Okay, he hardly did his homework. He didn't do his homework very well. We're describing the action of him doing his homework, and we're saying he didn't do a very good job. So my next question is, as an open discussion, what adverbs do you know that end in ly? And we can have a discussion, and hopefully through looking at all the different answers, we can learn some new adverbs to use in our sentences. So let's have a look. Easily, fantastic, Elodie. So easily describes an action which is very facile, you can say in French. It's very approachable. it doesn't require a lot of effort. For example, I the run was easily managed by the group. Okay, so the run was easily managed by all the group. The run that they went on was very easy for them. Let's have a look at some more. Fantastic. Liliana has written extremely. This goes to show a great excess of something. So what Liliana is saying is that this product that she has bought has cost a lot of money. If Liliana had said, this is hardly expensive, that would mean it didn't cost a lot of money. So can you see how just this one word can really go to explain the context of a sentence? Fantastic, Liliana. Thank you for that. Ellen here has written rarely. So again, we have an adverb of frequency. For those of you who are unaware what rarely means, it defines an action which is not carried out regularly. For example, I rarely go swimming. I live in Paris, but I don't live near the sea. I normally like to swim in the sea, but I rarely go because I live far away. Thank you for all of your suggestions. Just looking down the list, we have fantastic answers. I see here quickly, fantastic, Chantal. Slowly, lovely, entirely, usually, and slowly. We have some fantastic adverbs. If you have time, please look through the list and we have some really good suggestions. So some I would like to quickly discuss, which I have on my list now. First one I have written down is badly. Now, I'd like you all to practice writing a sentence. I believe practicing writing really helps you to understand the grammar. So if you could, please could you write me a sentence with badly in? If you're watching this video in the future, I understand that it might be difficult to see the chat as some of the feedback I've received. So I will do my best to read out the answers for you so that you can understand the context of the conversation. But for now, for my students here, please could you write me some sentences with badly in? For those of you who are unsure what badly means, it refers to an action which perhaps you aren't so good at. So for me, I could run badly. Okay, perhaps I have a bad leg. I'm not very fast, and I don't think it's very healthy for me when I run with my bad leg. One fantastic sentence which has been written down is Hamza's. Hamza has written, I write badly in English. So we need the in there, Hamza, but that's a fantastic sentence. Thank you. And I disagree with that. I think you're fantastic at writing English, Hamza. Elodie has written, I speak badly. Again, we need the in English. But again, Elodie, I disagree. Your English seems fantastic. I cook badly. Me too. I need to practice. Often, I think cooking is a very difficult skill to have. There are lots of techniques, and you need to know which ingredients go well together in order to create a nice recipe. Fantastic, Caro Vernon. Thank you very much for that. England have played badly this year. Now, Liliana, we don't like any insults to England. Please, can we not write any more? But you're absolutely right, Liliana. England play very badly in any World Cup and any Euro competition. I'm tired of watching England. I might support France from now on. So Mark has another nasty comment here. Samuel drew badly on his whiteboard. So we normally say on his whiteboard, but you're absolutely right, Mark. I think cooking and drawing are two things I really need to improve on. And I'm looking at some of the other suggestions and it's fantastic. Thank you all for your contributions. So again, to clarify, Badly is an adverb we can use to describe something which is not done to the full extent. Okay, let's talk about one more before we move on. But again, thank you very much. It's really good to see all of you making some sentences. Let's try and think of a difficult one or another one. Okay, I'm going to write down positively. So again, we had a negative adverb, which is badly. It means you're not good at something. If we're using this adverb positively, it's a good adverb. It means you can think positively. I think some of the students who said they were writing badly and speaking badly, they need to think positively. What sentences can you think of with the adverb positively? And even if you make a mistake, there's no problem. I'm here to help. So please practice your sentences and we can try and learn how to construct some sentences using these adverbs. So Hamza has a question here. She has asked, can you use badly known? It's a fantastic question, Hamza. Normally in English, we say it's not well known. For example, this film in French is not well known in England. It's incorrect to say badly known. But thank you for your question again, Hamza. I hope it helps. Let's have a look at some suggestions we have for positively. So Elodie has written down here, I think positively about my future job, and that's fantastic. It's always important to have a positive attitude towards any aspect in your life, especially now given the circumstances. For me, I try and think positively, and I really look forward to doing these lessons online where I get to talk with all of you. It's really nice to have this community. And thank you again for sharing and for coming. So, thinking positively about my future job, fantastic. Mark has written today, we have to be positively. Okay, so it's an excellent sentence, Mark. Thank you very much for contributing. Here, the correct sentence is today we have to be positive. So we're using the adverb to describe a verb. So here you're talking about the day. So you need to say today we have to be positive. I hope that helps, Mark. I have a positive view of life. Or you could say my view of life is very actively positive. I think it is in general, but fantastic. I just have a look at some of the other suggestions. So Aline, I hope positively that the confinement will end soon. It's incorrect to use it in this way. We can think positively about a certain situation. You can hope for a positive situation. I think it's a very difficult understanding to know when to use these adverbs. So today, through many examples so that you know how to accurately use these adverbs. Okay. Again, if there are any questions, please do comment in the chat and I'll be more than happy to help. I would quickly like to point out that we also had adverbs which don't end in ly. Normally, the easiest way to recognize them is when they end in ly, but we also have adverbs which don't end in ly. For example, little. Okay, I'm a little concerned. We also have really. This is a very common one. I'm really scared about this exam that I'm about to take. We also have very, which is very common as well. I'm very worried about this lesson, perhaps. I'm very worried about learning a new language. Okay, so we also have other adverbs which don't end in ly. So the lesson is talking about adverbs of degree. When we talk about degrees, we talk about having a strong meaning to a weak meaning. So if we think about it like this, we have a thermometer. Okay, let's just draw a line. I think that's the best way to explain it. We have a line, and at the top, We have very strong adverbs. Strong. We have mild adverbs. So strong, what I mean by strong is very powerful. They're very expressive. Okay, we'll go through some examples soon, but I'm just going to draw this down to try and explain the point behind adverbs of degree. We have very strong expressive adverbs. We have mild adverbs, which go to add a little bit more meaning towards the verb, but they're not as strong. And we have weak adverbs, which aren't very expressive at all. So let's go through some examples. A strong adverb. I'm sorry if you can't see. I understand it might be the wrong way around. And my writing is not very good too. Completely. Okay, I think I'm going to write it on the YouTube. I'm sorry for those of you who can't see it. I think it's too small. Okay. So completely. So completely is very strong. It's very expressive. If I say in English, I am completely lost. I'll write the sentence down for you too. I am completely lost. Perhaps you're on holiday and you're looking for a particular location. If you don't know how to find it and you're not sure where you are, if you say, I am completely lost, it means it's very strong. You don't know where you are, okay? You can also say, as a strong adverb, extremely. Okay, so this is very powerful. It's very expressive. In English, if you said, I am extremely tired, it means perhaps you've been working all week, you've had loads of meetings, you've had loads of deadlines. Extremely is really powerful and it's a really strong adverb. Okay, if you know how to use extremely and completely, please practice writing a sentence. I will do my best to correct your sentences or give you some helpful tips. So brutally, that's another fantastic adverb, Liliana. Thank you for that. So in the middle of our scale, we had mild adverbs, which weren't as strong. An example of this is really. Okay, so really is expressive. I could be really tired. Maybe today this lesson is difficult. I could be really tired. If I teach a lesson every single day for 5 days in a row, which are very long, I could be extremely tired. It means I don't have any more energy. If I say I'm really tired, I am tired, but I can work some more. An example of a weak adverb is kind of or barely. I'm kind of tired. I've taught this lesson for 20 minutes now. I'm kind of tired, but I can work on. I can do more work. I can complete this project. I understand it's very difficult to explain without any guidance from my board. So please, if you have any questions or it's not clear, please do write in the chat. I'd be more than happy to help out. But just to recap, I explained some adverbs which change the expression of what I'm saying. It shows to an expression and to an extent, I'm really tired and I'm not that tired. So we can change the way we word things and the way we explain different verbs. I just saw a question here. So Liliana is asking for the meaning of barely. It means very little. I barely slept last night. If I said this, it would mean I didn't sleep a lot. Okay, didn't sleep a lot. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. It's very kind of you. So I would like to point out 2 rules or 2 tips to help you when you're writing using some adverbs. Tip number 1 is when we're using the adverb enough. I will write this down for you. When we use the adverb enough, it normally goes at the end of the sentence. For example, in English, I could say, I have had enough. Okay, so here, what I mean when I say this is that I can't do any more. I've had enough. He's done enough. We always use this adverb at the end. Another tip is adverbs normally go between the verb and the adjective. Okay, so here an example is they are lifting very heavy objects. So the verb is lifting. We then have our adverb, very, and we have our adjective, heavy. So I hope those tips can help out. Okay, they are rules for some adverbs. They may not apply to them all, but hopefully these will help. Okay, so in the video, the title is also about shades of meaning. When we talk about shades of meaning, we talk about words which are again expressive in different ways. For example, adjective good. Okay, so we're stopping with the adverbs and we're back to adjectives. Again, talking about different levels of degree. So good is positive. I am feeling good. The car is good. Let's stick with the example, the car is good. If I said this in English, it's the car's good. It goes, it's fine, it doesn't break down. Another word for something good is amazing. If I said the car is amazing, this is more expressive. I like the car more. Okay, so for example, the car is good. Yeah, the car is good. The car is amazing. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's amazing. Okay, so I hope that expresses the reality behind shades of meaning. Some more different words we can use for good are super. Okay, I think that's used commonly in French too, in English also. We also have brilliant and excellent. So again, these words are all describing something positive, but they have different expressions. They're used to show more emotion. So again, to explain, good is positive, but it's just a little good. Super is better. Super's good. Okay. Amazing is really good. Brilliant is okay. Wow, it's really good. And excellent is amazing. It's the best car ever. Okay, so I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to read some of your comments. I will quickly have a look through now to see if there are any questions. Yeah, the city is amazing. Fantastic, Liliana. So amazing. Thank you very much, Hamza. We can say superb. Exactly. This experience, this walk was superb. That's a fantastic, Liliana. I am pointing out a couple, but there are many more. That was fantastic and excellent, Mark. Gorgeous. That would be to describe perhaps the appearance of something, okay? So perhaps a sunset or sunrise, but thank you very much. What I would like to do now is talk about another word, okay? So if I write down the word happy, can you think of a word which is more expressive than happy? Okay, if I said I'm happy, that's good. I'm happy, that's perfect. But how would I really, really show my happiness? using these shades of meaning. What other words could I use? So perhaps if I write this down, I am happy. You need to write down I am, and then you need to think of a word, an adjective, which really expresses how happy you are. So fantastic. Pretty happy. It's excellent. Yeah, I am excited. Fantastic, Hamza. So happy is good. I feel happy, but excited is, yeah, I'm really feeling good. I'm really excited to go and see my friends and family. I'm really excited to see the football game. Yeah, I'm feeling wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. It's more than happy. Wonderful. It's a bit more expressive. I think I'd use wonderful if I'm talking about a more personal experience. It's a very specific one, but it's excellent nonetheless, Elodie. Thank you for that. Delighted. I've seen some students who've just written this down. I am delighted. Delighted, excuse me, is very expressive. It goes to show you're very happy towards something. Okay, thank you again for all your suggestions. I have a little exercise for you now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write down 3 different words, and I would like you to put them in order from the least expressive to the most expressive. So, for example, I could write down super, excellent, and good. What you need to do is you need to look at the 3 words and you need to write them in the order you think is most appropriate, going from the least expressive, which is good, to the medium, the mild, which is super, and then the most expressive, which is excellent. Okay, so hopefully we can just get the idea behind the exercise. Fantastic. I can see that some students are really fast at typing, much faster than me. So good, super, excellent, fantastic. Let's try some more. Okay, this next one is cold, cool, and freezing. What order do you think these go in? So obviously we're talking about weather now and a certain temperature. I could say in English, I am cool, not in the personality way, but in the temperature way. I am cold and I am freezing. Let's have a look at some suggestions. Not too cold. Cold is starting to get more unbearable. And then freezing is really cold, maybe in Antarctica or Alaska. Fantastic. Let's do another one. Okay. So we have thrilled, joyful, and happy. What do you think the order is for these 3? Okay, which is the least expressive and which is the most expressive? What do you think? So we have thrilled, joyful, and happy. Let's see who's first on the chat. I'm just waiting for some answers now. Okay, so Mark has responded happy, joyful, and thrilled. Let's see if everyone else agrees with him. Okay, Liliana has a different answer. Very interesting. I can in fact say that the answer is happy, joyful, and thrilled. So, for example, I am happy. That's the weather is nice today. But I could be thrilled that my family are coming to visit. I'm really excited. Okay, it doesn't matter if you don't know the answer. The point is that we learn something new and that you learn perhaps a new way to express yourself in English. But thank you very much for being a part, Liliana. It's excellent that you're trying. It's really good. So We're coming towards the end of the lesson. I would like to thank you all personally for coming today. It's been a fantastic contribution from you all, and I really hope you've learned something. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you look in the description below, you will find out more about our company. And if you would like free one-to-one classes, you can get in contact with our sales representative who will explain the process further. I hope you all have a lovely day, and thank you so much again for coming. It's really nice to have this community. I'll see you all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Goodbye.